Hi, my name is Kwame McPherson, and I am one fourth of the Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica team. And my expertise is around networking and assimilating and integrating in terms of enabling people to find their feet and contacts and where they need to go and that kind of stuff, business setup and all those kind of things. I am also the Commonwealth Short Story Prize winner for the Caribbean, the fifth Jamaican to win it. And I'm also the first Jamaican to win a literary prize of this magnitude globally. So I am the Commonwealth Short Story Prize winner 2023 for the Caribbean and globally. And yeah, so Black Expats and Repats is an organization or a group that enables and helps people, whether expats or repats, to return to Jamaica easily. And we do have a number of tools that we actually help in that process, one of which is a consulting arm, where we basically consult with people in terms of finding out where they are and where they want to be. And we also have a book called Do's and Don'ts of returning to Jamaica and doing so, tips on how to do so easily. So it's a book that is filled with a few notes of what people can do and how they can do it. And you can see that on our website. So my role within BRJ is basically to enable the whole hands of someone who's looking to set up a business, or someone who's looking to find a maneuver and navigate in terms of finding who to talk to and how to talk to whatever it is that they may need. So I enable that process of enabling people to understand who they need to be speaking to, what organization they need to be pointed at, and how one can actually integrate and assimilate much easily in that regard. I am a repat, and that means basically I repatriated. I grew up in Jamaica, went away, and now I'm back. Went away for university and that kind of thing, and I'm now back in Jamaica. I was always going back and forth, but I'm now back home. And as a repat, I have a line or a lineage or heritage to Jamaica through my parents, because I was born in the UK, but even though I was born there, I grew up in Jamaica. But my parents and Jamaicans, and I was able to. I'm naturalized also, so I'm a naturalized Jamaican in that regard, because I've been here for donkey's years, and then, even though I was born in the UK, but I came here at a young age. But in saying that, so repats are the ones who tend to have heritage, have a lineage, or have a link to Jamaica through their parent, grandparent, or great-grandparent, I think. And an expat is someone who doesn't have any connection at all. So as a repat, the process is much easier for one to become a citizen as well as having a passport. And the organization that oversees that is called Passport Immigration Citizenship Agency, PICA, and they are the ones, they're online, so just look for pica.gov.jm, and you'll find all the information you'll need in terms of how to become a Jamaican citizen and what those processes entail. The other thing that will always show people, or indicate to people, or enable people, is that coming to Jamaica is great, and coming to live is even more wonderful. So having a TRN, which is a tax registration number, is also very important, because you can't transact any financial transactions without it. Having a bank account is also wonderful. Is also wonderful to have. At one stage, one needed to have references, but that's no longer required. So all one needs is a TRN and a government ID, and that could be a government ID, as I suspect to be a Jamaican local government ID. All right, so one can have a bank account. So those are the two main things that one would need: a TRN and bank account, and you can sign for NIS, which is National Insurance, if you so wish, as well as you can apply for NHT, National Housing Trust, which is a facility that enables people to get a loan in order to move towards purchasing a house or purchasing a land. And the National Housing Trust is also online, and you can see information about that organization. So for expats, it's the same sort of process. The only difference is obviously they're not a citizen or they don't have a passport. And the process is there's a different route in terms of how one can actually come to Jamaica, to be in Jamaica on the long term. And my colleagues can actually advise you on that. But even saying that, Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency has all that information online. So and the main thing, whether a repat or an expat, is to have an open mind. Jamaica is not the place like where you're coming from, and when I say that, I mean in terms of the developed countries. The majority of us tend to come from developed countries more than developing countries where the systems and procedures tend to be the same. Come from a developed country which has been around much longer, their processes and procedures are much more efficient, so on and so forth. You know, you won't find it in Jamaica. They'll tend to be, it tends to be slow. Things will get done, but it tends to be slower. So bear that in mind. And interacting with people, you have to have a lot of patience and don't get frustrated, and just understand that Jamaica has a way of operating, and any country that one tends to go to will have a way of operating, and just being aware of that and being a part of that, and taking it for what it is, and not allowing it to get on top of you. So as a repat and as a Jamaican who had lived abroad for a while and coming home, it's interesting to see, you know, those things. But you know, to me, I'm not frustrated by them because I know what to expect. And in saying that, Jamaica is a beautiful place to be, a beautiful place to live. And Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica is one such organization that can hold your hand in terms of making that a reality. You know, going through that entire process of showing you the do's and don'ts, showing you the wrongs and rights, showing the left from right, in terms of how one can actually become a citizen of Jamaica and live in Jamaica. You know, and in that regard, if one has that in mind, one has to think about location. But it's going to be an urban area, it's going to be a rural area. Bearing in mind that the rural areas, in terms of technology access like the internet, is not as efficient as it is in an urban area. So one needs to understand that if they're going to work remotely, then be aware of those kind of things, those kind of challenges that can come up. So those are the things that I would say as someone who's returned home. Have an open mind. Sorry, that's a bite of passing. Have an open mind. Be aware of where you want to go. Know what you need in terms of your documentation, and just come and be a part of a beautiful country and help in the development of Jamaica. Because where Jamaica is right now is poised to move on to greater and better things, and I'm sure you want to be a part of that. So my name is Kwame McPherson. I'm 1/4 of the admin team of the Black Expats and Repats in Jamaica, and like I said, we help others to make living Jamaica a reality. You can find us online. We have a website, we have our own community which you can join. You can order our guidebook, which is phenomenal in terms of helping one to understand what is required to come to Jamaica and to live and to what organizations they need to interact with. And you can contact us if you want a consultation. So my name is Kwame McPherson, Commonwealth Short Story Prize winner 2023 for the Caribbean for the 5th time, and globally for the 1st time. The first Jamaican to acquire, to obtain, to achieve such a literary award. So thank you for your time, and like I said, contact us and let us help you to be here. Thank you.